Welcome everyone to Thunder. The NWO has arrived. We're 4 days away from Jeff Jarrett's world's title shot. He's got an attitude. He's got his game face on. Uncensored just 4 days away. Tensions and emotions are at a fever pitch. The most unpredictable and outrageous WCW event of the year 2000 is this Sunday on pay-per-view, and tonight we expect that tense and emotional atmosphere to reach a boiling point. You are looking at George Mason University's Patriot Center. We're in Fairfax, Virginia. From ringside, it's your TBS primetime broadcast team. Mike Tenay, Bobby the Brain Heenan and Brain. There's so much at stake this Sunday in Miami, Florida, that I guess it's only natural that everyone is on edge this close to Uncensored 2000.
Oh, you're right about that. Just walking through the backstage area, you could just cut the tension with a knife. Everybody's uptight. Everybody's on everybody's case. You can tell the big one's coming. The big pay-per-view for WCW. You can smell it. Something big is going to happen.
And we kick things off this week on Thunder with tag team action. There's the chairman of WCW, La Parka, and he's joined by the third-generation wrestler. There he is, Chavo Guerrero Jr. Wait a minute, La Parka with the microphone?
Let's listen.
May need a translator.
The Skull Captain's in his house. You see the chair, you know the deal, you know the 411. One for me and one for my homies.
You know, the last time that I saw such obvious lip syncing, 3 count was singing.
Are you saying this man isn't speaking his own words?
That's not La Parka.
Well, who do you think it is? He's the guy with the mask. That's La Parka.
I'm not sure who it was that was doing the actual talking.
Well, you got to know everything, don't you?
Well, not everything. Tag team of El Dandy, and there you see Silver King, his tag team partner. What is this all about? Awfully concerned about his grooming.
Well, a person should be. There's nothing wrong with that.
Now what?
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. I stand corrected. Introducing Latin America's most desirable Los Fabulosos.
Latin America's most desirable men, according to who? Who took a vote on that?
Well, don't get up in my face about it. I don't know. Look at him. They come in the building. You see all the women rush to them. They want them to sign autographs. What must you think happens to them when they're back home, south of the border? They're idols. Everyone idolizes these guys.
And we're off and running on Thunder with this tag team action involving the Luchadors. We expect this to be an all-action matchup. Plenty of high-risk moves. El Dandy to start it off with Chavo Jr. And as we've seen in the past with El Dandy, one half of Los Fabulosos, he has a terrific right hand. One of the best right hands in the business. Chavo Jr. and La Parka are going to have to be very wary of that. Nice elevation by Chavo Jr. The back body drop, and he took him all the way to the floor. Now Chavo's going to go airborne, actually slides under the bottom rope. Dandy able to avoid him. And Chavo Jr. to follow up the advantage on the floor. Now going to bring him back into the ring.
Well, that's the only way to beat the man, in the ring. Throw him back in there. Oh!
Telegraph of the back body drop by Chavo Jr. Dandy connects with the kick. Both men tag in their partners. It's now La Parka and Silver King. The shoulder block by Silver King immediately goes for the pinfall cover. Not even an opportunity for referee Silverman to get down and employ a count.
Well, he's trying to win this match the quick way, real fast.
Head and shoulders fake for Silver King and a clothesline for Dandy. But as soon as La Parka turns around, he's taken down to the mat with a clothesline from the King.
Now take him apart, guys.
Los Fabulosos, the fabulous ones of Mexico.
Oh!
Great snap on the slam by La Parka. Dandy tried the senton, caught his own tag partner.
They've all gone nuts in there.
They don't have far to go.
No, they don't. I like this kind of action.
The chairman loves to strut. Dandy and Silver King ready for him. Well, La Parka able to avoid that move, and Silver King just drop-kicked his own tag partner to the floor.
Look at this. Look at that. Oh, talk about suicide.
Twisting into a cross-body block by La Parka, crashing into Dandy on the arena floor. You hear that? Use the chair is what the fans are chanting to the chairman of WCW, La Parka.
Well, they like to see him part somebody's hair with those metal chairs. I like to see it.
Drop kick by Chavo Jr. Silver King to the floor, and there the slingshot into the cross-body block by Chavo connects.
Well, those moves are so dangerous. I mean, it has to be, you have to be right on the money. If you're off a couple inches, you're done.
La Parka for the cover, gets two, and Dandy got the shoulder up. Thought he had him that time.
Oh. They heard that back in Mexico City.
Open hand slap, just the sound of it reverberating all through the arena. La Parka went to put the shoulder into Dandy and went all the way through to the steel ring post. Now Silver King and Dandy double team, a double leapfrog, double drop toe hold. Oh, they just sandwiched La Parka. What a stiff kick from Silver King. To the ropes, Silver King plants him, dropped him on his head with the DDT. Hook of the leg, gets two, and Chavo Jr. in to break it up.
Barely made the save. That's the only thing that saved him from not losing this match.
Dandy in that famous right hand, and then a headbutt for Chavo Jr. sends him out to the floor. Los Fabulosos, Silver King and Dandy have taken control of this opening tag bout here on Thunder.
They're a good tag team. They work well together.
Off the right hand, a scoop and a backbreaker by Dandy. Now, from the outside, the slingshot in. And Silver King follows up by driving an elbow across the chest of Chavo Guerrero Jr. Now what?
Where is Chavo going to go or land?
Well, I was going to say wherever Dandy wanted to take him, but now La Parka slips underneath. Dandy up in a precarious position. Chavo Jr. hit the cross-body block on Silver King. There's just no predicting where the luchadors are going to fly.
But one thing you can predict, they're going to be flying.
Chavo Jr. Oh, the tornado DDT out of the corner. Hook of the leg. The shoulders are down, and he did get him. He got the 3 count. Chavo Guerrero Jr. and La Parka with the opening bout tag team victory here on Thunder as they get the win over Los Fabulosos. Well, there you see David Flair, Daphne, and Crowbar still hurt from those repeated attacks by the wall. But nothing's going to keep them from missing Thunder tonight. What guts and courage just to show up.
They're nuts.
Look, guys, I think you just might need a little guidance. And some new clothes. Because, you know, clothes really do make the man.
Do you think? Would you like to help us out of these clothes?
Let's go shopping. Come on.
Let's do it.
Well, it looks like Miss Hancock and Los Fabulosos are headed to the mall. I know that she's been looking to align herself with some WCW talent, but Silver King and El Dandy, I mean Los Fabulosos?
Well, beauty's in the eyes of the beholder, and she's going to take him shopping. She wears some good-looking threads, so she knows fashion.
We are 4 days away from Uncensored 2000 as we see Ric Flair and the Total Package representing Team Package, accompanied by Elizabeth, make their way to the ring. And at Uncensored, a strap match. Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair and the Lumberjack Cast match with the Total Package and Sting. And yes, Team Package has been on a mission of destruction. It included Hulk Hogan, it included Kurt Hennig, and it also included Hogan a second time, Elizabeth attacking from behind with the baseball bat, and that all went down 48 hours ago on Nitro.
Mike, they've all come out here armed. Flair has Hogan's belt, Luger has the chair, and Elizabeth has a baseball bat. Things are going to happen.
Ric Flair to face Hulk Hogan Sunday at Uncensored, the two men who have dominated this sport for well over a decade. They renew a rivalry that's always been personal. WCW magazine, in rating the top wrestlers of the past century, had both of these men right at the top, and I can tell you, Ric Flair still seething that he was ranked number 2 all time.
Well, who did that ranking? Who decided that? What morons would decide that?
That was a consensus opinion of a lot of experts in the wrestling business.
Yeah.
Total Package has the microphone, and he also has Sting Sunday.
Beautiful Elizabeth, the Nature Boy, and the Total Package are in the house in full force as Team Package. Now, in regards to Uncensored, Sting, I'm just chomping at the bit because you want to play with the light switches on Monday night and play your cowardly, pathetic little games and try to sneak up on Team Package from behind. Well, you're going to pay the price. I already broke one arm, and I'm not going to stop for anything in Uncensored, Sting. So go ahead. Hide yourself. You're not here tonight. You're a stinking coward. And Uncensored, I'm going to take you apart piece by piece like only the Total Package knows how to. Tell him, Nate.
Oh, he's crazy. Broken
Wait
one
a
arm.
second.
He's broken 9 arms, including
When the
Sting's.
Nature Boy is about to address a crowd, a 14-time world champion, you all keep your mouth shut, rise to your feet, and pay him the respect that he deserves.
Come on,
Brain,
Mike, let's get up.
Sit down, Brain.
Get up today. Goldbricker.
Hey, you, fat boy in the front row, assume the position. 4% body fat, a Greek god. The most beautiful woman alive today. The Nature Boy, assume the position, fat boy. Now, what you saw Monday night was Team Package. Woo! Right? Wow! We destroyed Kurt Hennig. We manhandled Hulkamania. Ran him out of Providence, Rhode Island. And Sting, wherever you are, Sting, I dare you. Come on down here. Jump on the Package tonight.
You never know. He showed up Monday.
I don't think so. You know why, fat boy? You know why, fat boy? Because Hulkamania is dead. Hulkamania is dead and buried. You know why? Because Team Package has buried it once and for all. Woo!
That was hardly the case.
I'm going to take your girlfriend home tonight, pal, and make a woman out of her because I'm a good guy.
Now he's a philanthropist. Whoa, mouth of the South,
God.
Jimmy Hart.
Here comes Hulk. Here comes Hulk. What do you want? You get in this ring, you're going to be a dead man, pal.
Well, we're expecting Hulk Hogan soon, but I get word he's not in the building yet.
You know, Rick, you are so possessed with Team Package. You turned your back on your son, David Flair. You turned your back on your best friend, Arn Anderson.
What's Jimmy doing in there without backup?
You're not the man anymore. Hogan's the man. You know why Hogan's the man? I'll tell you why Hogan's the man. In the back tonight, Larry King Live is here. They're waiting for Hogan to get here to do a piece. Oh, yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. They're not here to see Ric Flair. They're not here to videotape Lex Luger.
Take off your shirt. Take off your shirt, Package. Show them the witness. You're out of your mind. It's Team Package, not Hulkamania.
Jimmy, how smart can this be?
Shock. Oh, please spare me, Lex. Please spare me. Oh, please.
Tell us, fat boy.
Jimmy already sporting the cast of the broken arm.
And you know who else?
Look at Team Package.
Entertainment Tonight is in the back to do a piece on Hulk Hogan, not Ric Flair, and not Lex Luger.
You're gonna make.
He is the man. He will always be the man. Lex, you wouldn't have broke my hand if Hulk Hogan would have been here. And Flair, let me tell you something. You wouldn't be talking about Hulk Hogan the way you are now if he was in this building right now.
That's for sure. Oh no, look out.
Well, Jimmy shouldn't have got in there. He asked for it.
Well, Jimmy, did you bring that belt down here to use it? Are you man enough to use it? What's your purpose for coming down here? Are you challenging a 14-time World Heavyweight Champion and the greatest physical specimen of sport, the greatest manager of the sport, down here by yourself? You know what? You know what? You are so skinny and pathetic. I'm not even gonna waste my energy before Uncensored on you, because you know what? You don't have the guts. You don't have it inside you. You didn't use that belt. So why you didn't bring it down here? Why? Why? You are pathetic. Get away from me.
Oh, the passion of Jimmy Hart, I think, overcame his common sense tonight.
You've never looked better. You've never looked bigger. You've never been better. Woo! Team Package. And you, fat boy, keep your mouth shut.
Wait, look at this! Oh my God! Jimmy Hart with the weightlifting belt just nailed Flair from behind!
Well, Jimmy couldn't take it any longer. This is a very bad move on Jimmy Hart's part. Very bad.
Oh, what's Jimmy thinking about? With Hulk Hogan not even here in the building yet, with Jimmy Hart already with that broken arm, and look at Team Package. They're just assaulting the mouth of the South.
Well, he asked for it, Mike. He shouldn't have gotten that ring. He shouldn't have came in that ring with Hogan's belt. Now he's going to get his back broke, courtesy of the total package. And Flair's going to whip the daylights out of him.
Defenseless Jimmy Hart. He's a manager, not a wrestler, up in the torture rack of the total package. And
well, he shouldn't have come out here. He shouldn't have come out here and shot his mouth off about Hogan. He shouldn't have come out here and got Flair and Luger all riled up. He's getting what he asked for.
Now what's Team Package up to? First, they tore that Hulk jacket right off of Jimmy Hart, and now, oh no. Flair ripping the shirt, oh! Exposing his back and then just whipping the back of Jimmy Hart!
And he's got a broken arm also.
Where are you now?
Oh, God!
You hear this?
Oh!
Hogan!
Listen to those
Where
straps!
is he now?
He's just whipping the life out of Jimmy Hart!
Get some,
Of course he's going to challenge Hogan when Hogan's not here. Look at the welts on the back of Jimmy Hart. Finally, we get some security into the ring.
Well, he asked for it. I don't have any sympathy for Jimmy Hart making a move like that. Getting in the ring with Flair and Luger and riling him up the way he did, that was a bad move.
Team Package just left their mark on Jimmy Hart.
¿Cuál es este enojado de esto? You understand? Hey, Joto! Este campeonato es mío, eh? This belt is mine! Hey! ¿Qué usted? Hey, ¿qué tal, japonés? Hey, you guys bring it! Stop it! Shut up! Shut up, all of you, man! What happened last week? It's not gonna happen tonight. Psychosis, Kaz, you guys have a match tonight. Everyone else, you're banned from ringside. Get out of here! Go! Move it! Move it! Do you not understand it? Move it! Get out of here, all of you! Go! Get out of here!
And we are back on Thunder, and Brain, as you see it moments ago on this broadcast, The mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, went on the attack against Team Package, but boy, did he pay for it.
Well, what do you expect? He attacks Ric Flair with Hogan's belt. He deserves to be whipped. He should have sat in the back and managed Hogan. He should have been on the phone with Hogan. He should have been doing something else but get in the ring and rub it in Flair's face. What did he expect?
And no question in my mind as we go now backstage. Here you see Jimmy Hart. Hulk's here.
They got to him, Hulk. They got to him.
Out here.
Team Package, they got to him. Look at him.
Oh, my God.
Man, look at that.
The inside, JJ. The inside.
Try to stay still.
Damn it! JJ, I want both those two. Flair and Luger, you put it together, brother. I want them both out there. Jimmy, are you all right? Oh, my God. Look at this, JJ.
I know.
Put the damn thing together.
Right.
Make it happen. Otherwise, sit back and watch it happen.
All right, I'll do the best I can.
Jimmy, you all right?
Come on, Jimmy. Try to hold still, sir.
Damn it, JJ. What?
Hulk Hogan wants both members of Team Package.
That's what I heard.
Is he thinking straight? You asked earlier about Jimmy Hart thinking straight. I'm wondering about Hulk Hogan, or did Team Package just bait the trap for Hogan and Hart?
Well, they know how Hogan reacts. They know how Hogan's ego is. And this may work out good for them.
1 week ago on Nitro, the Artist interfered in a #1 contenders bout for his Cruiserweight Championship. You just saw where he hit Psychosis with the title belt. That allowed Kaz Hayashi to roll Psychosis up for the win, and as a result of that, because of that interference from the Artist, the winner of this match, this return between Psychosis and Kaz Hayashi, will go on to Uncensored this Sunday, and he will gain a shot to win this bout at the Artist and the Cruiserweight belt. Will it be Kaz Hayashi or will it be Psychosis?
Mike, right here, take a look at Psychosis' elbows. Look at the bruises on his arms. Look at how they're all skinned up, how the bones are just, got water on each elbow. The beating these luchadors take is amazing.
And of course, referee Charles Robinson really laying down the law, as we saw before we went to the break. No one allowed at ringside for this matchup between Psychosis and Kaz Hayashi. Boy, I just wonder about Hogan.
Well, I know what I'm going to be doing in 4 days.
Well, it's Uncensored 2000. It's what everybody's going to be doing.
You don't want to miss this one. Just the name, Uncensored. What could that mean? Knowing the state of mind everybody's at right now?
And think about that strap match involving Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair. And I know, Bobby Heenan, during your active wrestling career, as we see Kaz Hayashi go for a quick cover, you participated in many strap matches. Take us into the battle, if you will. What can Flair and Hogan expect at Uncensored?
Well, I'll tell you, when you're in a strap match, you got that 10-foot piece of leather strapped around your wrist and strapped around your opponent's wrist. There's no way out of there. There's no way to get away from it. He can pull you in the ring. You can't run any place. And when that rope, that rawhide gets wet, that just cuts into your body, cuts into your flesh. It's horrible. And when you get smacked with that leather belt, it just tears on you. You're hurt for months. It's horrible. It is horrible. And there's no preparation you can do for that. Just get in there and try to survive.
Quick cover off the suplex there by Kaz Hayashi, only able to get a 2 count on Psychosis. Again, the winner of this bout goes on to Uncensored this Sunday in Miami, Florida. And the winner of this match gets a shot at the Cruiserweight title against the Artist into the corner. Kaz Hayashi runs right into a back elbow from Psychosis. Gonna set Kaz now up on the top rope. And gonna bring him back in with the Frankensteiner. Brought him back in and hooks the leg. Gets 1, gets 2, and Kaz Hayashi able to kick out and avoid the pinfall.
Have you noticed this, Mike? It's early in the evening. And have you noticed the emotions here by everybody?
Oh.
How tense everyone is. I mean, this is like a funeral here. People don't know what to do. People don't know what to say. They don't know how to act because it's 4 days away.
Quick roll up by Psychosis, almost out of nowhere, and he scored the pin, and he scored the win, and as a result, Psychosis will go on this Sunday at Uncensored 2000, just 4 days away to get a shot at the Artist and the Cruiserweight title. Kaz Hayashi disappointed, but there you see extending the hand of respect. And here comes the Artist from behind now with the attack on Psychosis.
Whoa.
Those chops. The match is over that we saw with Psychosis winning the bout, and then the Artist coming down after the matchup. He's got the title belt. Oh.
And these are the 2 men who will be fighting for the title in just 4 days. If there's anything left of them.
Oh my! That's the move that won him the Cruiserweight title. That jumping DDT off the middle ropes, and he just planted Psychosis face first on the Thunder logo. Title is at stake this Sunday, in addition to so many more important matchups. But now let's go backstage to Gene Okerlund.
This is the locker room of United States champion Jeff Jarrett. And this Sunday at Uncensored, he's going to be facing Sid Vicious for the WCW World Heavyweight title. But tonight, the U.S. title on the line as Jeff Jarrett faces Booker. Hey, Jeff, can I get a couple of words?
That's all you're going to get, a couple of words, Gene, because once again, WCW is trying to screw with the chosen one. Well, if I have to walk through Booker to get through Sid on Sunday, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So why don't you choke on that, slap nut?
He's up next on Thunder. He's the bad apple from the Ultimate Fight. Tank Abbott on his way to the arena here on Thunder on TBS. It is now official. Tonight on Thunder, Hulk Hogan in a handicap match will take on both members of Team Package, Ric Flair and the Total Package, Lex Luger. Now, what's going on here? That's Bam Bam Bigelow. Who's he talking to?
I can't see from here.
It's Oklahoma.
You gotta take care of it. Be careful with it. All right, I got it. I'm taking care of it. I do. I got it.
Now, what could those two be talking about?
You got me. I'm not even sure what they were discussing there. Of course, Oklahoma, the head of the WCW women's division, which I can tell you has not been a positive for that division since he took over, as we see the man with the devastating right hand.
He's a handful.
He's the Tank. And Tank Abbott comes to the ring, and that devastating punch. Well, first he pushed down Laparca. Then he KO'd the chairman of WCW. Here you see Tank Abbott hit the ring in a match between Fit Finlay against Ming, and then he attacked Ming. And I believe that Tank Abbott versus Ming is a train wreck that's just waiting to happen.
One of these days, they will not be able to take, us apart here, the two of us. And, one of us won't walk out from this fight.
I guess it's inevitable that at some time, Tank Abbott and Ming will meet. What a collision that's going to be if and when they do, Brain.
Well, it's going to happen, and it has to happen. Everyone's talking about this match. What would these two men do? They will tear each other apart. Well, that's what people want to see. This man, Tank Abbott, is just one bad customer. And Ming is no day at the beach.
Buzzkill comes out to face Tank Abbott. I never quite understood the Buzzkill philosophy. How do you expect to survive in WCW with the kind of attitude that he has, as you see the sign that says, well, no war, no guns, no tanks. Too much peace and love for Buzzkill. Talk about a contrast in styles between Buzzkill and the Tank himself.
Well, he's not going to find any peace of love right now from this man, Tank Abbott. He's lucky if he gets out of there with his hair.
Well, Buzzkill
went right for him.
Went right for him, took him down to the mat. It shocked Tank Abbott, obviously. Tank not ready for that. I'm surprised by the offensive attack here from Buzzkill. Just trying to neutralize Tank, hold him against the ring ropes. And Tank, he tag his toe is right. He just caught him with that right hand.
Tag him and bag him. He's out.
Another victim of the devastating punching power. The big right hand of Tank Abbott. Buzzkill KO'd. He's unconscious.
So fast, so quick. About a 6-inch punch.
And I can't wait if we can ever see Tank Abbott against Ming. What a bout that's going to be.
What are they doing now?
Now what's this?
Harris Brothers and Harlem Heat.
In some kind of a conference here in the backstage area. What could they be talking about? I'm shocked if they could agree on anything.
Notice the tension here I was talking about, Mike?
Check this out. The Wall's coming out of the elevator. The Wall's next. Never a dull moment on Thunder as we see during the break. The Wall with Crowbar already down, now taking David Flair as we see Daphne head in the opposite direction. And the wall has got David Flair.
Where's he taking him?
I have no idea.
And what's he going to do with him when he gets him there?
After what we've seen from the wall in regards to David Flair and Crowbar in the past couple of weeks, I'm not sure, but I think I'm afraid for both David Flair and Crowbar. And
well, where'd he go?
He's not here. He's been introduced by a ring announcer, Dave Penzer. Wait a minute. Now our camera picking up. Look at this.
He's in the hallway of the building here.
He's out in the arena. The wall. Oh my! He just took the neck brace, the cervical collar off of David Flair. Oh, just drove him face first into the trash can as you hear Daphne screaming in the background.
Oh, and Mike, I know by having a bad neck how dangerous this is. You cannot take off that cervical collar. And the wall ripped it off. David Flair's in trouble now. Is he not going to choke slam him from the balcony, is he?
Look at this, where they're at. They're up here on the balcony here in Fairfax, Virginia. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. They must be 35 feet above the ground. And David Flair, so much guts, so much courage.
Oh,
but
this
he's
is going to be it. Look at this.
Oh no.
It's over.
No.
It's over.
Oh, Bam Bam Bigelow. The beast from the east who has those personal issues with the wall. Thank God Bam Bam Bigelow came just in the nick of time.
It's not over yet, though, Mike. They're still fighting. Flair's still in trouble.
Cameramen are down. Bam Bam Bigelow on the wall, going all over the building. Daphne shrieking in the background.
Listen to her screams. Well, the wall's out of control. Totally out of control.
The man's a maniac. The man is a madman. Is Bam Bam Bigelow, the beast from the east, the man to stop it? Oh! He just body slammed him right through the table.
Where is David Flair?
So many personal issues in Uncensored. This may be the most personal of all, involving Bam Bam Bigelow and the man that he brought into pro wrestling, the wall.
How does the wall keep getting to his feet? Where does this man find it? He just reaches down and he's got it. He's got it. He's ready to fight.
Battling now in front of the concession stand. You see the fans being held away as security tries to separate these two. And next up, Booker on his way to the arena. He's going to challenge for the United States heavyweight title.
Hey, Booker, you got a big match. Good luck.
Boy, that was awfully heartfelt. And here comes the U.S. heavyweight title holder, Jeff Jarrett and the NWO girls. They're on their way to the arena. The title's up next. Check this out. The authorities are here.
You're gonna get out like you always have, Wall, and I'm gonna be right here. I'm gonna be right here. Before you get out, I'll be right here.
Bad boy, bad boy.
And at Uncensored this Sunday, the world's heavyweight title will be on the line. The reigning champion, Big Sid Vicious, to defend the belt against the NWO's Jeff Jarrett. And what a three-day run in the state of Florida it is going to be for World Championship Wrestling. This Sunday, Uncensored, Miami, Florida at the American Airlines Arena. Monday Nitro, Monday, March the 20th. We're in Gainesville, Florida at the O'Connell Center. And then it's Thunder to be taped next Tuesday in Orlando, Florida at the TD Waterhouse Center. Tickets are available for all three events at the respective box offices and all the usual ticket outlets throughout Florida. You'll want to join us for Uncensored this Sunday, live in Miami or via pay-per-view.
Florida will never be this hot again. This man, Jeff Jarrett, United States champion, they have thrown everything in front of this man. They have tried their best to make sure this man does not become the heavyweight champion of the world. But despite everything they've done, he's in line against Sid Vicious, coming up with a championship of the world. And don't fool yourself for 1 minute. This man, Jarrett, can do it.
And he has done it because Jeff Jarrett has proven that under the right circumstances, he's been able to pin Big Sid. But will the Chosen One be successful this Sunday? With all the pressure of the world's title at stake, in a one-on-one situation in Brain, can you imagine just how difficult the Chosen One would be if he's able to beat Sid Vicious for the world's title? that egomaniac would just be impossible to deal with.
Great.
Cut my music. Take a good long look, because this is the last time you're gonna see Jeff Jarrett, the U.S. Heavyweight Champion. Because the next time you lay your eyes on the Chosen One, I'm gonna walk into Miami, the Chosen One, and walk out the new WCW Heavyweight Champion. And speaking of walking out, ladies, hit the bricks and get to my dressing room where you belong.
What?
Go
This guy,
right now.
He just refuses to share the spotlight with anyone.
Hit the bricks.
Why should he?
Not even the NWO girls.
But he's the Chosen One. He's the United States champion.
Yeah.
He's on the threshold of becoming WCW Heavyweight Champion of the world. He can dictate. He can do whatever he wants. He's in that position right now. He is the Chosen One.
Yeah, with an ego that's completely out of control. Gotta just hate it when he does that.
Why? Because you want to get another look at the ladies for a little longer.
Why not?
Ghoul.
And here comes the challenger. A man who's had some problems as of late with his tag team partner, Billy Kidman. Here comes Booker. Seems like there's a little friction between Booker, Billy Kidman, and Torrie Wilson in the middle.
Well, there's a lot of friction there. Booker's all business. When he gets in that ring, it's all business. And you can tell that Kidman's got eyes for Torrie, and she's got eyes for him, and they're letting their love affair and their romance get in the way of business. That's what's making Booker upset, and he has a right to be.
Well, it's that underlying tension that has surfaced, that friction between the two, Booker and Billy Kidman, that leads me to question their ability to coexist at Uncensored. You know, those communication problems, and we've talked about them, especially involving Torrie Wilson, makes me wonder if they're going to be on the same page Sunday.
Well, whenever a beautiful woman's involved, there's going to be trouble. People just don't think straight when they see a beautiful woman.
And Booker and Kidman to face Harlem Heat. What a physically imposing team Harlem Heat is. Over 1,000 pounds of power. 300-pounder Big Stevie Ray, 350 Big T, and that 400-pound Cash as Booker goes for a quick cover here in the early going.
And don't forget, Mr. Biggs is always around.
Always.
I'll tell you, this isn't going to be easy for Jarrett here. Booker T's in great shape. He's held a lot of titles here at WCW.
Now, you don't want the legal staff after us. It's just plain Booker now.
Excuse me.
And I'm getting word that at the conclusion of this matchup, we'll be speaking with Dustin Rhodes, who will be facing Terry Funk this Sunday at Uncensored in a bull rope match. That's now official.
You imagine two big Texans in a bull rope match? What's going to happen? And it's Uncensored? Knowing Terry Funk's mentality, he might not bring a chicken, he might bring a whole turkey.
The most outrageous, most unpredictable event of the year for WCW all goes down this Sunday, 4 days away at Uncensored 2000. Booker to the corner mount. Series of right hands as the fans count along. Right on the jawline of the Chosen One, Jeff Jarrett. Jarrett attempt as he comes out of the corner at an inverted atomic drop. Booker able to avoid it and caught him with the kick.
And everybody talks what Sid Vicious has been through, what they've thrown in front of him, what this man has had to sustain to become the champion of the world. Well, so has Jarrett. They've thrown everything at him, and he is still maintained. Oh!
Well, think about Sid's unpredictability this Sunday at Uncensored. Will he use the choke slam? Will he use the power bomb? Jeff Jarrett has to be on the defensive for both of those devastating finishing moves from Big Sid, and he just dropped Booker neck first, throat first across that steel safety rail.
Ooh. Of course Sid is going to use everything. Maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 times. Who knows? You know, Uncensored, this is perfect for Sid. This is made for him. Like everybody's talking now, let's get vicious. That's what they're saying.
Face first. The Chosen One, Jarrett, sends Booker into the steel steps. Jarrett following up his advantage, the U.S. champion, and yes, the title is on the line. The United States heavyweight title at stake in this matchup here on Thunder. Jarrett perched on the top. Booker slowly gets to his feet. Hits Hits the cross-body block with the rollover by Booker for 2 and... Oh, on the verge of a new champion. So close, just this close to a new U.S. champ.
How would that affect the Uncensored coming up? Would Jarrett still have his match with Sid, or would Booker get it?
Well, I'm sure Jarrett's in line for the World's Heavyweight Championship against Sid Vicious. The executive committee would have to step in as Jarrett applies the sleeper hold.
Well, Jarrett's come a long way. He's come too far, too long to be turned away right now.
And Jarrett with that sleeper hold applied, and you see the ring positioning.
Perfect.
Perfect in the middle of the ring, directly on the Thunder logo as Jarrett applies the pressure. Referee Nick Patrick checking to see if it's close to a chokehold.
I think Booker's going to leave a wake-up call.
Get ready to ring it.
He's not going to be awake much longer. Great positioning. Didn't let the man on his feet, didn't let the man on his knees, kept him away from the ropes, went down to the mat with him, and locked in that sleeper hold. That's wrestling. That's the heavyweight champion of the world. As far as I'm concerned, that's Jeff Jarrett.
And again, both of these men, as we've mentioned, have such important matchups just 4 days away at Uncensored. Jarrett
got
to
that
challenge
wake-up call.
Sid, and Booker to his feet. Booker involved in that tag match against the Harlem Heat with Billy Kidman. And how about that? Booker turns the tables. He just applied the sleeper hold on Jarrett, but the Chosen One fought him off. To the corner, and the back elbow by Jarrett was on target. And Booker catches him in midair, drives him down to the mat.
He's got him.
Gets 2 in. Was that 3?
No, he didn't get 3. 2.
I thought Nick Patrick put his hand in. Boy, that was close.
2, Mike. 2.
To the ropes. Booker caught him. Kick to the chest. Oh, there's the axe kick. Almost took his head off. Spins to his feet. Oh! Great slam.
Can he get out of this one?
2 and...
He's got to rally right now. Jarrett's got to get on his feet. He's got to shake those cobwebs. He's got to take control of this match.
Don't worry about cobwebs. Worry about the Harris brothers. The other members of the NWO showing their support for the U.S. champ, Jeff Jarrett. Oh, there's the U.S. title, and he just knocked Booker out.
Booker wanted the belt. He got the belt.
Stay out of the way.
But the referee never saw it.
And now Nick Patrick coming back into the ring. Booker on the verge of victory so many times. Oh, I don't believe it. For the cover. Well, no, it can't, too. Got his he got the shoulder up.
Oh, my goodness.
Still fight left in Booker.
Come on. Well, it just made Jarrett even madder.
And the Harris brothers as well, as Jarrett goes to the attack with a series of right hands. He's got Booker rocking. Booker just holding himself up off the ropes, trying to get his second win, and he connected with a kick. One Harris brother down. That's the daily double. Both twins down and out. But Jarrett with the guitar, Nick Patrick saw the guitar. Oh, there's the H-bomb.
You're not going to use this guitar, I'm telling you.
They just H-bombed Booker.
You notice that Jeff Jarrett turned the referee's back. The referee never saw a thing. That's why this man's going to become the champion of the world. Because not only can he wrestle, he can think. And he did it to Booker. Watch this.
And he just caught him with a stroke, and he just pinned him for the 3 count to retain the U.S. title.
Oh, I smell a championship here, pal.
He's the U.S. champ. Will he be the world's heavyweight champion in 4 days at Uncensored? When he goes into the ring against Big Sid Vicious. Oh, Booker on the verge of winning the U.S. title so many times. The Harris brothers with the interference behind the back of referee Nick Patrick, and now what? No. Look at this. Now they're going to tag him. Humiliation after taking the title away. There's Big Sid.
Oh, my goodness.
The world's champ has hit the ring. Big Sid Vicious, big right hands, and he just clotheslined one of the Harrises, and he just caught Jarrett as well.
Jarrett better get out of there.
Oh, yeah. Maybe this is what we're going to see Sunday, Brain.
He got away. He got away.
He
The Harrises got him away.
Jarrett escaped from that choke slam.
He had to, because if he'd been choke slammed, he wouldn't have made it in 4 days. Believe me.
Will Jeff Jarrett be that lucky at Uncensored when he faces Sid? Let's go back to Gene and Dustin Rhodes. Take it, Gene.
Dustin Rhodes, this Sunday in Miami at Uncensored, you're going to be facing Terry Funk one-on-one in a bull rope match. But first things first, tonight here on Thunder, it's a very dangerous Billy Kidman.
Why isn't it Funk? I'll tell you why. Terry Funk, you old bag of guts. Sunday night, you can't run anymore. This cowbell right here in this bull rope, I'm gonna wrap around your head and cut you completely in two. Billy Kidman, tonight, you've never seen a Rhodes in this form. You've never. You better forget you ever heard the word the American dream. Because tonight, I'm your American nightmare. And you're gonna pay because you bite the dust.
Wow, the American Nightmare. And up next here on Thunder, the Freak is in the house. The man who's broken through to the elite of WCW. Vampiro on his way to the ring on TBS.
He's loose.
For Booker, as we see Booker after that.
Man, what the hell were you, man? I thought we were partners. I thought you were supposed to be watching my damn back, man. What the hell is going on?
I guess he told him.
Well, he makes a good point.
Sure does.
It was a game and a valiant effort for Booker as he challenged for the U.S. title, appeared to, on several occasions, be the new U.S. title holder, but it was the interference on the part of the Harris brothers that allowed the chosen one, Jeff Jarrett, to retain that belt, and it looks like Booker putting the blame squarely on Kidman for not watching his back. And Sunday at Uncensored, he's going to have to watch his back because they're tag team partners.
Well, he's a grown man. He needs someone to watch his back. You watch your own back. Well, here's another man that suffered a broken arm at the hands of Lex Luger. The total package.
What did we count earlier today? Nine and counting. The Freak, Vampiro in the ring, and a chance to remind you the tickets go on sale this Friday, March the 17th, for 3 major WCW events. A TV taping in Vail, Colorado on April 12th at Dobson Arena. An arena event in Omaha, Nebraska on April 14th at the Ak-Sar-Ben Coliseum. And a TV taping on April the 26th in Glen Falls, New York at the Civic Center. Plus this Friday, meet Hacksaw Jim Duggan at the box office in Glens Falls from 10 a.m. to noon. And here comes Morrus, back in World Championship Wrestling after an absence of a couple of months. And Brain, I've never seen a man of this size, well over the 300-pound mark, nearing 350 from what I understand, and have that much agility to go along with that size. A phenomenal athlete, Morrus.
Well, you're right about that. He can come off that top rope. He can go to the floor from the top rope. He can do it all. Big, strong man.
Vampiro has proven to many people that he belongs among the elite of World Championship Wrestling, because against the top superstars in our sport, he's been right there. He's been on the same level as many of the great stars here in World Championship Wrestling, and this is an opportunity to prove that those great outings in the past have not been a fluke, as we see Morrus exhibit pure, raw strength in taking Vampiro directly overhead.
That's not real humorous. That hurts. Again, he gets it.
You know, he may be the laughing man. This is no laughing matter. This isn't funny at all. Really focused, gets 2, and only 2 from referee Charles Robinson. You know, oftentimes we've seen Morrus distracted, goes into those laughing fits. That's not the case tonight against Vampiro.
You know, Mike, you talk about the intensity here on Thunder. How intense it is. What is it going to be like in 4 days? At Uncensored 2000.
Off the charts. And remember, yet to come tonight here on Thunder, Dustin Rhodes to face Billy Kidman. Plus, I don't believe it, but Hulk Hogan, this close to Uncensored, just 4 days away. He requested it. He issued the challenge. It's been granted by the executive committee. Hogan is going to face both members of Team Package. Yes, Hogan versus Ric Flair and the Total Package Lex Luger tonight.
You may see the end of Hulk Hogan tonight. This may be it.
I'm not sure if it's wise, so close to Uncensored in that big strap match with Ric Flair to go 1-on-2 against 2 of the all-time greats. Humorous continuing his offensive assault, scooping a slam out on the arena floor, and Vampiro has really not gotten untracked.
Look at this, he'll have to pick him up with a bladder. Oh! It seems to me that Vampiro likes pain. He enjoys getting worked over. He enjoys taking a beating. That man is very dangerous. And you know, if a man doesn't care how much he's kicked around and beaten up on, that makes him extra dangerous.
350 pounds, as we mentioned earlier, coming off the ring apron, dropping the elbow onto Vampiro to the concrete, and Vampiro tries to fight back. That back kick, I think, surprised Humorous, took him off balance.
He keeps getting to his feet. He's getting in the ring right now. He's not. He's going to put the boots to him a little bit.
Another test for Vampiro this Sunday at Uncensored when he goes in against one of the real hardcore guys in professional wrestling, Fit Finlay.
Oh.
They just keep putting the tests in front of Vampiro, don't they? They just keep lining him up. Oh! Humorous caught him in midair and just powerbombed him in the middle of the ring.
This is it. He's not going to get out of this one. 1, 2, 3. You're winning. No. How does he do it?
You know what? I think he does thrive on pain. I think you're right, Brain.
He's not in enough pain yet. He's not really happy yet. He wants to be hurt some more.
Wait a minute. Could this be it? We've seen that no laughing matter moonsault from Humorous in the past. Oh, God! 360 right on top of Vampiro. Now what?
Why did he cover him? This is it. He had him.
We talked about this earlier. Sometimes he'll lose that focus. That's that direction in the ring. I wonder if that's what's happened here. Where's he?
He's here to make a point. He's here to let someone know something.
I think he's been reading about Vampiro's press clippings, and he wants to prove that he's the man that deserves a shot at the Elite World Championship Wrestling. I love it when they raise the bar like this, and Humorous has got a table. I think he could have beaten Vampiro there.
No, Humorous could have won this one. Vampiro hasn't gotten up. He can barely defend himself. And this isn't going to help.
Vampiro appears to be in serious trouble, and Humorous setting up the table. Now what? Motioning to the crowd. Gonna take Vampiro and plant him on the table. No.
Yes. Yes. 350 some odd pounds coming off that top rope. Look out.
No. Wait a minute. Vampiro getting to his feet. Vampiro.
Oh! What a move! What a move when this man was out on his feet. Where did he get it from? The strength and the power to do this.
1, 2, and no! Hugh Morrus got the shoulder up. What a phenomenal showing here by Hugh Morrus to be able to get the shoulder up at 2. What a match between these two great competitors.
After coming off that top rope backwards and going through a table, how that man kicked out of it, I'll never know.
Check out the look on Vampiro's face. He can't believe it either.
Oh, pull the stakes on your heart. He's alive.
Humorous is laughing about this. Boot to the midsection. That's 350. There's the nail in the coffin. He just spiked him. 2 and got him.
I'm impressed. I am impressed, Mike.
I'm impressed by Vampiro, and I'm also impressed by Humorous in a very hard-fought defeat here to Vampiro on Thunder. What a matchup!
Oh, you aren't kidding. This was a great match. We had everything in this match.
And this deserves another look, Brain. Take it away.
Get a shot of this. Here he takes him off that top rope. A man of 350 pounds takes him backwards through the table, then picks him up and plants him right in the middle of that ring. Goes into the cover, and Vampiro gets it. The 1, 2, 3 of a very, very big, tough, strong man. Very strong. Humorous.
Well, that should answer any questions. Vampiro has arrived. Vampiro is among the elite of World Championship Wrestling. And speaking of the elite, it doesn't get any better than this. Hulk Hogan, tonight on this program, to face both members of Team Package in a handicap match. Gene?
I'm here with the lovely Tori and Billy Kidman. Billy, of course, you've got Dustin tonight, but what about this incident just moments ago involving your partner for this Sunday night at Uncensored, Booker?
Well, look, Gene, maybe I should have went down there to help Booker out, but last I checked, we both had a singles match tonight to get ready for. So I was busy. getting ready for my match with Dustin Rhodes. And as far as Dustin goes, you know, he calls himself the American Nightmare. Well, let's just say tonight, I'm going to give him a wake-up call.
Well, the casket is rising, and that can mean only one thing. The Demon's up next. In the image of Kiss, with this certified rubber stamp approval from Gene Simmons himself, it's the God of Thunder. The Demon is next here on Thunder. What an entrance this is, Brain.
I smell formaldehyde. Or is that you?
Pardon me?
I'm not the governor. There he is, the Demon.
Tag team matchup here on Thunder with the Demon to join of all people Screaming Norman Smiley. And you know what? They've been a heck of a team as of late. Speaking of the Demon, it was 1 week ago on this program that the Demon scored a victory. There you see the love gun, and the 3 count as the Demon beat Brave 1 week ago tonight. You know, when it comes to teamwork, the tag team of Billy Kidman and Booker could learn from the team of the Demon and Screamin' Norman Smiley. Not only are they among the most unique tag teams that I've ever seen assembled, but Norman Smiley, the Screamin' Norman, look at that with the Kiss shirt on, and the Demon, they've been watching each other backs recently, especially when one of the two gets in trouble. You can always rely on the Demon to bail out Screamin' Norman or Screamin' Norman to help out the Demon.
Well, they're in trouble tonight, Mike, today. But you know who their opponents are.
Oh, yeah. 2 of the hardcore crazies. Brian Knobbs and Just Plain Dog.
Just Plain Dog. He's on a leash. Is he frothing yet?
It's only a matter of time.
He's rabid, you know.
We talked about Nitro this upcoming Monday in Gainesville, Florida. The month of April for Nitro will see World Championship Wrestling invade Worcester, Massachusetts at the Worcester Centrum. And April the 10th, WCW brings Nitro to the Mile High City. Zane Bresloff and company will be out in full force in Denver, Colorado at the Pepsi Center on April the 10th. And Dog just hit the ring and took down Demon, and Knobbs laying in those big right hands on Screamin' Norman on the floor.
And he hit him from behind with a chain. I mean, this Knobbs is tremendous. He'll do anything. He'll pick up anything, even if it's nailed down.
4 days away at Uncensored, Norman Smiley and Demon to join forces as a tag team. They will face Lane and Ray, but Brian Knobbs is going to be involved as well when he meets all 3 members of 3 Count. And the hardcore title is going to be on the line. And you know, those hardcore wrestlers, they're a breed apart, Brain. They're almost like a fraternity, like honor among thieves. You may beat the hell out of somebody, but then they usually have a lot of respect for them. I think of someone like Fit Finlay and a Knobbs, but Brian Knobbs lost face in losing that hardcore title to 3 Count. It may not be pretty at Uncensored.
Well, you know, Knobbs is the kind of a guy, you may beat him up 3 or 4 times in a week, maybe a month. He don't care. He's just going to come back and keep beating on you till you're hospitalized. Oh!
Quick spine buster by Dog for the cover. Referee down. 2, and not a very technically proficient cover that time by Dog.
He's a dog. What do you expect? We should do a little more biting and ripping. Look out, Norman.
That's why we call him Screamin' Norman. With the one-way trip to Pity City, the pit stop from Brian Knobbs. That's disgusting.
No, that's Knobbs.
That's what I just said.
Same thing.
Screamin' Norman Smiley. Not going to walk the Dog. I thought he was going to wiggle the Dog.
Who knows what Norman's going to do now? Catch him.
Drive him right down to the mat. Outside you see Demon and Brian Knobbs going at it while Dog and Smiley battle in the ring. You know, without the leash, there's just no control over this guy, this Dog.
Well, he treats you like a dog. He acts like a dog, and I wouldn't be surprised if he is part dog. Look, now he's biting.
He's just gnawing. Right on the side of Screaming Norman. Be aware, Brave. They're right here in front of us, Brain.
I know. I can see. Now Knobs is in the ring.
Another one of the cast of thousands wearing the cast of the total package. Lex Luger, after breaking the arm of Knobs. Demon able to get the boot up. Explodes out of the corner, does Demon with a clothesline that takes Knobs down to the mat.
Don't waste your time, though, with Knobs. Hurt him, keep him down, knock him out, do something. He gets on his feet, he'll pick up something. A hammer, a ring rope, a turnbuckle, it doesn't matter to him.
Anything not nailed down. Boom! Look at that. That's Lane and Rave, the team that will face Demon and Smiley Sunday at Uncensored, and they just cut off Demon when he was up on the top, and now that gives Knobs the opportunity to bring him back into the ring with a suplex. Oh, look at that.
Beat him, Knobs. That's what
They're really thrilled with themselves, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, they're proud of themselves.
Yeah, the team of Excess, Lane and Rave, have softened up the Demon.
And Demon's no little guy. He's about 6'6", 6'7". Look at that 270-pound. Look at that.
Oh! The dog's been unleashed to the mat and gets the 3 count.
That's a bad dog.
Yes! That move is known as the dog pound. And they just pounded the Demon to the mat with an assist from Excess. We're going to take another look at the action that went down in this tag team matchup.
Look at Knobs, he's taking his dog back to the kennel.
Lane and Rave helping out the tag team of Knobs and Dog. There you see it, Brain.
Off that top rope, the dog picks up the Demon, like I said, 270 pounds, 6'6", 6'7", and plants him in that mat. And look at Knobs, kicking, tearing. What a team, what a team.
They've been unleashed on World Championship Wrestling. Screaming Norman and the Demon get another chance this Sunday at Uncensored, but yet to come tonight in this program. Hulk Hogan will go 1-on-2 in a handicap match against both members of Team Package, Flair and Luger.
Team Package, you have evoked as much emotion as I have ever seen out of the great Hulk Hogan.
We are just salivating. They don't call us Team Package for nothing. The Nature Boy, the beautiful Elizabeth, and the total package. We're not just bronze, we're not just good to look at, we're not just the dirtiest, greatest player in the game, we're also the smartest. And Hogan has bit it hook, line, and sinker. So we dedicate this night to taking out Hulkamania. Isn't that right, Nick? You claim to be, me, Gene, Hulk Hogan's friend. If you're a Hulkamaniac, you're a dead man tonight. Hogan, don't you get it? You played right in the Team Package's plan. You think you can wrestle 4%? 6'5", 275, and the Nature Boy at one time? Hogan, you've bitten off more than you can chew in a lifetime. Tonight, you're going, woo, down, woo, down, woo, down.
And in addition to that matchup, coming up next, Billy Kidman, accompanied by the lovely Tori Wilson, they're on their way to the arena. Because here on the Superstation, Kidman will face Dustin Rhodes next on Thunder. It's now just 4 days away. Uncensored this Sunday. In a bull rope match, the two crazy Texans, Dustin Rhodes versus Terry Funk. Sunday at Uncensored 2000. And Bobby Heenan, what a long-term rivalry it has been between the Rhodes family and the Funk family. And this is the year 2000 version. It all explodes at Uncensored in a bull rope match.
Well, like I said, Mike, this will never end. It'll never be over until one of them, whether it be Rhodes or whether it be Funk, is out of this business. It will never be over until one of them's on the shelf or in the ground. It's that simple. And I'm going to put my money on Dustin Rhodes. Dustin Rhodes has a personality now like I've never seen before. He's determined. He knows what he has to do, and he's going to do it. All his life growing up, all he has felt is disgust for the Funk family, and you can't blame them.
We talked about Thunder in Orlando next Tuesday. We'll close out the month of March on the 28th in Houston, Texas at the Astro Arena. We'll open up April on the 4th in Durham, New Hampshire at the Whitmore Center, and April the 11th, the World Arena in Colorado Springs. Tickets for Thunder available for all of those events upcoming. And here comes Dustin Rhodes, and let's relive some of the past moments. This is where Dustin Rhodes was a turncoat, DDTing Terry Funk, turning on Funk, and that lit the fire. We even saw Terry Funk break out the chicken against Dustin Rhodes. And there you see what went down this past Monday on Nitro.
Well, it's one thing beating a man with a mortally wounded chicken, but it's another thing getting hit between the eyes with a cowbell on the end of 20 feet of rawhide rope. It's going to be a lot different. Mr. Kidman, your little girlfriend here better warm up the car because you're not going to be around long.
Well, you make a great point about the bull rope matches. So dangerous by nature, not just for that unforgiving rope that leaves burns and scars all over your body, but also that steel cowbell that you can use as a weapon against your opponent when Dustin Rhodes collides with Terry Funk in 4 days at Uncensored 2000.
When you talk about Terry Funk and the Rhodes family, you're talking about weapons. It could be anything. It could be chairs, tables, or like you said, you get hit with that cowbell, pretty much over.
Off the cross body block by Billy Kidman, a 2 count on Dustin Rhodes. It really is wrestling's version of the Hatfields and the McCoys when the Rhodes and Funks hook it up. And I think really that bad blood now has really carried over to Dustin Rhodes, who is still out to prove to the world that his family is superior to the Funks.
And he remembers every night his dad came home all beat up. He remembers all those nights he was in bed before he had to go to school. This thing has been inside of him for years. Funk's in trouble.
And how about that revealing interview that we just heard with Team Package? They admitted it. The Total Package and Ric Flair just said that Hulk Hogan took the bait, hook, line, and sinker. He fell right into their trap. Hogan tonight issued the challenge. The WCW Executive Committee stepped up to the plate and they made the match. Hogan will face both members of Team Package. It can't be wise for Hulk Hogan this close to Uncensored.
And you know something else, Mike? That very beautiful and dangerous woman, Elizabeth, will be at ringside. I wouldn't be surprised if she's there with a couple ball bats.
Kidman able to avoid the clothesline, springs off the ropes, drives Dustin face first to the mat, and then connects with a standing drop kick.
Whoa!
Hook the legs. Oh, just a 2 count that time from referee Nick Patrick. And Dustin Rhodes just cut off Billy Kidman with the rake of the eyes.
I mean, years ago, you would mention the name Funk in the dressing room when the Rhodes was there. You could just see their eyes. You could just see the frustration. Same thing that happened with Rhodes. You'd mention Funk. Same thing.
It's all about proving superiority in the wrestling business. There you see Dustin Rhodes. He just used the cowbell
on Kidman.
On Kidman.
So what?
Look at that. What do you mean, so what?
It's just Kidman.
What do you mean it's just Kidman? One of the top rising stars in the world of professional wrestling today.
But notice how Dustin shielded the referee with his body. Notice how he put Kidman in position. Used the bull rope. Just what he wanted to do. And he did it.
A great veteran move on the part of Dustin Rhodes. You're right, using his body as a shield away from the referee. Using that cowbell attached. Wait, now what? Look at this.
Here comes Booker
out to the ring. At least he's covering his back.
Well, Booker, you're a little late.
What do you mean? A little late? At least he came out. I'm still not sure, though, that they can depend on each other in that tag team match against Harlem Heat.
Looks like Booker's washed his hands of the whole situation. He wanted to come out to help him, Mike. He'd have come out 10 minutes ago.
He can't wash his hands. It's his tag team partner this Sunday at Uncensored.
It looks like he's washing his hands to me. Open your eyes, Mike. Take a look. That man's disgusted.
I see a look of disgust on the face of Booker. Trouble in paradise. And it's what we've been waiting for. It's coming up next. Here comes Team Package. Ric Flair, the Total Package, and Elizabeth. They're on their way to the arena.
Look at the only we can look.
It's main event time.
You know, Mike, all those guys around the ring with casts on their arms, that's like putting 20 guys out there and giving them 20 bricks.
And Brain, I'm sure you've heard the rumblings in the locker room that this man, the total package, has been on the recruiting trail in an effort to, well, maybe even the score among the lumberjacks. He can provide his own lumberjacks as well this Sunday at Uncensored. That may not be as one-sided as many of us first thought. And here you see another example of the violence of Team Package. First, it was the total package with the attack this Monday, and then he turned it over to the Nature Boy. And the 14-time World Heavyweight Champion put the belt, put the strap to Hulk Hogan. He beat Hogan with his own weightlifting belt.
Well, what I like is Hogan was down. He had nowhere to go. He was like a trapped rat, and he kept beating him. The violence and the intensity on Ric Flair and Lex Luger has come to a new point. It's come to a new high, and I couldn't feel better watching Hogan's big, busted up body laying there on that mat quivering, while Ric Flair, the 14-time heavyweight champion, just beats and scraps the life out of him. That makes me feel good, Mike. Real good.
Brain, we can question the mindset of Hulk Hogan. Did he fall into this trap of Team Package tonight? But there's no questioning this man's courage. The fact that he went to J.J. Dillon. The incredible spirit of Hulk Hogan demanding this handicap match 2-on-1 against not only this man, the total package, but also Ric Flair.
And you're talking about Hulk Hogan. He only has one arm now. What happens if Luger breaks the other arm? Not going to be much in that strap match, is he?
Well, I tell you what, I think we've seen Hulk Hogan recover quite nicely from the broken arm from Team Package. What are you doing now? You're having a cheering session with you and the total package. Can't you concentrate on calling this match?
You don't have to tell me what to do. I'm talking to the total package.
You're wooing at each other.
You want to do this the rest of this commentary from the total package from the contention match?
Well, now you've done it.
Put him rack him.
Now look what you're getting started.
You started it. You don't mind your own business. That's what happens. Now, would you say, this team is ready?
Oh, I'd say Team Package is more than ready. But speaking of ready,
well, they have set the perfect trap, and here comes the big wreck who fell for it. Hulk Hogan. Oh, yeah. They threw out the bait, and he went for it. Hogan's always been known to be have a lot more guts than he has brains.
Well, Team Package said that he took that bait, hook, line, and sinker. Now it's up to Hulk Hogan to prove that he can do it. That he can compete against two of the greatest stars of all time in WCW and professional wrestling history.
There he is. Like they say, there's only one like him, and that's Hulk Hogan. But he's got his hands full tonight, Mike. Really got his hands full. Go get him! Go get him!
Hogan not wasting any time. Immediately goes to the ring, slides into the bottom rope, and look at that. Team Package is more than ready. There you see the double team. The knife edge chops from Flair. Oh, Hogan just turned things around.
Oh, he's on his feet.
And again, he ran both the heads of Flair and the total package together. Right hands for Flair and a right hand for the package. And there's a knife edge chop for Flair. To the corner, running clothesline. And then there's the lariat for Luger.
They've got to get him down. Luger and Flair got to get Hogan down on that mat, take the belt off him, and start whipping him. Do it right now. Don't let this man get the upper hand.
Corner clothesline by Hogan on the package. Now turns his attention to Flair, to the corner. Sends Flair up and over and down to the floor. How about this? Fell into a trap? I don't think so.
Well, I'll tell you what it looks like to me. They're letting Hogan use all his energy. Use it all. Throw everything at him. They're going to take a beating for right now. But you watch. Hogan's going to run out of gas eventually, and then he's going to be all theirs.
Well, speaking of beatings, it's payback time.
Oh.
Remember what they
They've got to stop him. He's only a human being.
Yeah, now tell me about this strategy on the part of Team Package. Not working out too well, is it?
Oh, wait. It's early yet. Just wait. Don't start writing everybody off right yet, Tanay.
Look at Hogan. Hogan smells blood. Hogan's got the belt.
He may be smelling his own pretty soon. Come on, Luger's got to get up.
Out of the corner mount. Hogan reining in the right hands to the top of the head of Flair. Almost as a reminder, that belt, look at that!
Now he's biting!
Around the neck of Flair. Hogan more than sending the message back to Team Package. Back body drop out of the corner by Hulk. Look at this, he's inviting the Package up and then took him right down to the floor with a right hand.
You know, Hogan and Jimmy Hart have been friends for years, and what his friendship means with Jimmy Hart is astonishing. I mean, they've been together up and down the road for years, and what happened to Jimmy Hart tonight, Hogan is now feeling it. He's feeling it inside. He's taking it out on Flair and Luger. But how long can he go? How long can Hogan stand there with these two?
You never know which Hogan to prepare for.
No.
The yellow and red Hulk Hogan. Maybe the black and white Hollywood Hogan. Or maybe it's a dangerous combination of the two. Well, the dirtiest player in the game finally stops this offensive attack, but Hogan's got Flair! Just tossed him 3/4 the way across the ring.
You see that? Hogan had a thumb in the eye, squinted one eye shut, and just got to his feet and kept on fighting. He's fighting with one eye now, and he's whipping Luger, now he's whipping Flair.
He shut out the pain.
All because of his friend Jimmy Hart.
Just whipping the flesh right off of Team Package with that weightlifting belt.
And what a match this is going to be at Uncensored in 4 days. Flair and Hogan in a strap match.
That's right, they're going to be tied together in that Indian strap match in 4 days.
Here we go, now the tide is going to turn right here. Hogan's down. Do not let him up, guys. Don't let him up. But Hogan's smart enough to fall on the floor outside that ring. Oh, God.
The momentum of Hulk Hogan has been broken by Team Package. The question is, can they take advantage of the momentum swing that's on their side?
They have to.
Well, the total package is down and out on the arena floor, and Flair slowly getting to his feet in the ring. Hogan trying to dig deep, right in front of our broadcast position. Oh, God! What a knife-edge chop by Flair. And look at this, he's throttling Hogan just inches away from us. He's choking the life out of Hogan.
And look at Flair, look at the intensity in the eyes on Ric Flair. He knows he's got to keep Hogan down now. They've got him where they want him. Here comes Luger around the corner with that chair.
Oh! The hatred that these two have for Hogan. If you remember, it's what brought together Team Package in the first place, and they just laid him out with the steel chair.
And I know what's going through Luger's mind right now. He wants to break both arms of Hogan, maybe both his legs, maybe his back, why not his neck? Take him out.
They continue the double team assault, that time to the back with the steel chair.
Well, your incredible Hulk Hogan don't look so tough right now, does he? Down there sucking air.
Well, Team Package has taken advantage of this swing in momentum. They now have control of Hulk Hogan in this 2-on-1 handicap match.
Look at Hogan, he keeps getting to his feet.
They roll Hogan back into the ring.
Get him up in that torture rack, that's what I do right now.
Oh, the distraction of the referee, and the dirtiest player in the game just connected with another low blow.
That's that trick knee of his.
Trick knee, nothing.
Here we go.
The double team, 2-on-1. As they put the boots to Hogan, trying to soften him up before Uncensored this Sunday.
Well, Hogan, what you gonna do now? How big man with the big pythons? You only look about 12 inches high to me right now.
Team Package revealed their plan, trying to draw Hogan into their own web. And now maybe things have turned their way. As Flair now goes to the attack. Oh, he just belted him right across the back of the head with that weightlifting belt.
Mike, it's just a matter of time. Nobody can come back after a beating like this. It's not even on Hulk Hogan. But he's being beat on by the best. No tag made, no rules. They're just taking him apart. Mickey J has no idea what to do. I'd get out of their way.
How much longer can Hulk Hogan withstand this kind of punishment? It's obvious that the referees turned them loose in this 2-on-1 situation, and they take Hogan down to the double club. Hogan up! Hogan to his feet!
I've seen this before.
Oh, we've all seen it before so many times.
Oh, yeah.
Team Package went to celebrate, and he just took both down with a double clothesline.
When Hogan hears these people, his blood starts boiling. His blood starts cooking. And that's what he's doing right now. In 4 days, when he hears those people screaming for him, and he stepped up to Ric Flair, who knows what's going to happen?
That's a meeting of the minds.
Boy, is it ever.
Team Package run together. Hogan has taken the momentum back.
I never thought I'd see him up on his feet again, taking care of both of them like
There's
this.
the big boot. The total package is down. Hogan turns his attention to the Nature Boy. Flair to the ropes. The big boot and Flair's down. Wait a minute, Elizabeth. Elizabeth up with the chair. He blocked it. Hogan's got the steel chair. And Hogan just belted the package across the back.
Flair that's really trying to get a hold of that belt.
Yeah, with the belt in his hand, but Hogan stepped on the belt and took it away.
Who thought Hogan would be on his feet after the beating he's taken? But he is. I don't know how he does it, but he's on his feet.
Flair trying to fight coming out of the corner, but he can't. And Hogan takes him down with a clothesline using the belt.
And what's he going to do with that belt when it's all wet and they're 15 feet apart and he strapped to Flair?
Look at Flair. Flair backing up. The bell rings. Can you imagine how wild, how outrageous, how out of control that Uncensored 2000 is going to be this Sunday? We'll see you Sunday at Uncensored.
Uncensored, be there!